Alright, let's look at the practice exam 2, problem number 9. Alright, so let's say x and y are positive numbers, and use Lagrange multipliers to find the minimum value of this function subject to this constraint xy equals 18. Right, so let's do that. First, let's see, I'm gonna rewrite this guy by subtracting 18, so that we have xy minus 18 equals 0. Right, so this is the our g of x comma y. Right, so let's come up with the function f. So capital F function is a little f of x, which is 2x plus y, minus lambda times g, which is xy minus 18. So let's take the partial of capital F with respect to x. So that will give us 2, and partial y is 0, and a negative lambda is just a constant. Partial of xy with respect to x is going to be just y, and the partial of negative 18 is 0. So we set this guy equal to 0. And also we're going to do a capital F partial with respect to y. So that's going to give us 1 and minus lambda and x equals 0. And partial of capital F with respect to lambda and set that equal to 0 always gives us the constraint. So I'm just going to write down the original constraint. Xy is equal to 18. So let's solve this. By adding lambda y, we get that 2 is equal to lambda y. And divide through by y, divide through by lambda, maybe I should do that, 2 over lambda, which is going to be equal to y. And here we have, by adding lambda x, we have 1 is equal to lambda x. So this is equal to, by dividing through by lambda, you get the 1 over lambda is equal to x. Then you can see that here you can either plug in 1 over lambda for x and 2 over lambda for y. We can actually see that y is actually twice as big as x. So from here, I'm going to actually say y is 2 times x. So by plug that guy in here, so plug this guy into y. So you will get, and x times 2x is 2x squared is equal to 18. Divide through by 2, and you get the x squared is equal to 9. Then we take the square root of both sides. We get the x equals plus or minus 3. But we know that the x is a positive value, so x is 3. And then plug this guy back in here so that the y is going to be equal to 2 times 3, so is 6. So the critical point, is going to be x equals 3 and y equals 6. Then we want to find the minimum value. So minimum value is going to happen. So at 3, 6, which is equal to, so 2 times 3 plus 6, which is equal to 12. So 12 is the minimum value of this function, which occurs at the critical point 3, 6. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.